Beautiful, Autumn. Beautiful. Stand up. Beautiful. Keep trading shots. McGregor, man. You got McGregor just, his boy Artem, man. His boy Artem fighting tonight. 2 fights last night, actually. We had Artem Lobov versus Team Favors James Jenkins. Now, we didn't get of the house or kind of any too much backstory with these two in the very beginning because we had the second fight to look forward to. But I kind of wished I'd got to know more of Jenkins and Artem, but there was a reason for that because right in the beginning of this fight, of course, McGregor rooting on towards guy. I think McGregor, if you're not going to say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Basically, he just stated that Artem is his boy. He's only here because of Artem. He only roots for Artem, and everybody else he's not that fond or not fond of, but he's not really invested. He's invested in his boy. So I mean, we all knew that coming into it. We all knew it when he was cheering for him in the first fight. So it ain't nothing new. So going into this fight, I predicted Artem would win because and of course Faber and McGregor said it was going to be an all-out war, and they were trading shots. However, watching this fight and watching it just go on, you could tell Artem just was the better striker. He was the better striker. It seemed like he was toying with Jenkins. Jenkins really just got eliminated. He got demolished, honestly. Artem he was just so calm, cool, collective in that ring. Jenkins did land a couple shots, but really not to hurt Artem. I mean, he didn't hurt Artem at all. Artem really, those strikes, he was fast, he was quick, he was accurate. He definitely landed a lot of straight rights. I mean, he looked good. He looked very good. He definitely just demolished Jenkins. I mean, what can I say? He just destroyed him with this striking. If you watched the fight last night, you just saw like, oh yeah, Artem is just a better striker than Jenkins. Jenkins was trying to go toe to toe with him, but throughout the round, like he was getting hit. I believe it was his right eye that Artem would just attack that right eye, and Jenkins, at one point, the referee had to stop it to look at the right eye, and you could just tell he just kept on getting popped and popped. It was like, it reminded me of a bully holding, a little kid on his head while the little kid is trying to fight him. And he's like, "What are you doing? Like, you can't touch me." I mean, Artem just really just demolished this guy, and Jenkins. He's a brawler. But he should have took him down. He should have attempted some takedowns, but he didn't. And Artem really just gave it to him with. I mean, what if Jenkins were tried to hit Artem when he tried to strike at him? Artem would come back with a fury of little combos, and it would connect. And Artem's shots were way more harder as well. So overall, Artem just demolished Jenkins. He demolished him. He won. He demolished him, man. But it'll be interesting what the next fight with Artem. I like Artem. I think Artem is he's like a little pit bull. He definitely goes in there to fight. So I do like Artem, and we'll see what happens next fight with him in it. And he challenged Faber a little bit. And then McGregor's like, "Oh yeah, get your career back going, Faber." So. Artem's a little cocky little bastard, huh? But yeah, so Artem did win the first fight. He really win it. He just took it. Honestly, he took it. That's how. I don't know. That's my feelings. I guess that's all I got to really say about it. Artem just really just poor Jenkins. That's all I got to say. Poor Jenkins. And then we had David Tumar versus Faber's Johnny Nunes, and this fight was definitely a little bit more competitive. But at first, I didn't think it was going to be as competitive. So when we started this fight, Nunes goes to the ground with a knee because David's leg strikes, his knees were fantastic, especially his knees. He definitely knows what he's doing when it comes to leg kicks and knees. He got Nunes down, and I thought the fight was over. He was wailing on him. I was like, all right, ref, call it. I know you're saying, hey, David, hey, Johnny, you need to fight back. You need to do something. But it looked like Johnny was done. But Johnny somehow survived it, got back up, and not only that, he was able to take him down in the second rounds and really score points. I mean, this fight was back and forth. At one point, he hurt David. So it was a great fight. And then there was a great, just a great exchanges. But you could tell that Johnny through once it got to the second round, he was getting really fatigued. He was really tired. He was always like kind of shaking his arms to get loose, but you could just tell he was pretty much done if there was a third round. And we did get a third round, and he was pretty much done. He did, got to give it to him. He fought back, but those flying kicks that freaking David did were great. I mean, they were working. And yes, like McGregor says, Johnny was blocking him, but so much force and stuff. I mean, what Johnny should have done was move back, but of course he was so fatigued and tired, he just allowed those kicks to come at him, hoping that maybe the blocks would just lessen the blow. But if Johnny was more definitely in it, he would have just moved out of the way, used the surroundings, used the cage, but it didn't work. David looked great, but you know what? You got to give it to Johnny too. Johnny did, like I said, he did a couple takedowns. He definitely got full guard at one point. He did do some great ground and pound too by both guys. And Johnny did have a shot to win this fight. He not only he had a chance to get a choke in on David towards I think it was the last like 30 seconds. Not only that, last I want to say 45 seconds, and then the last 30 seconds he had excuse me, he had full mount, and he had a chance to wail on him if he was not fatigued. Like I said, you got to be conditioned, man. You got to be very conditioned. These guys are very conditioned, but they do a lot, and it is very tiring when you have to roll and then you have to strike with your opponents. So, but if he was definitely had more energy, had more left in the gas, he would have been able to really he had a chance to finish that fight. But because he was fatigued, that 30 seconds really just went by, and David won the round. You knew David won the round because David did more work and he landed more shots, definitely more striking shots than Johnny. So overall, though, that fight was way more competitive and I don't want to say, more entertaining than Artem's fight, where it was just a complete demolishment. McGregor ended up being late in the second fight as well. He showed up in the third round for Nunes and David. So I don't know what was he didn't really have an excuse. He just said that, they should have like waited for me. But yeah, I don't know what I was feeling like, man, your boy fought, now you're just like kind of lagging and you're not going to go. I don't know. He should have been there on time, honestly. I don't know what the excuse was, but he should have been there on time. So thank you guys for listening. Saturday night, baby, I see the advertisement here. We have Rousey versus Holmes. So I'll be covering that. And then if you're a boxing fan, I will be doing a live reaction for Canelo versus Cotto. Since my strike is going to be off, I can't wait to do that. So, but the Ultimate Fighter, Faber, Faber's on a losing streak. He is saying that they're the bad news bears and they need to just come back up. And I think he will get a few more wins. There's a lot of talented guys in Faber's team, but McGregor's guys definitely, I feel like they definitely want it a little bit more. I'm feeling that as we go on. But that's about it, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it. Have way more videos, not only UFC, but also have fight talks and anime, TV, film, you name it. Also, like the video if you like it, and comment below. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. I always love to hear your guys' opinions on the fight itself, overall UFC, whatever, Ultimate Fighter, how you feel about the season. I always love to hear your guys' opinions, and I always love to hear your guys' facts and insights, because I make these videos to learn from you guys, and maybe you can learn from me. You don't learn anything from me, but maybe. Just to hear my opinion out, I guess. So, until next time, guys, I'm Dan Manicky Daniel's son, and I am out of here. Bye, guys.